Kick-off on St. Patrick's Day is at 3:30 in just under 2 hours' time. And the first of the buses carrying the team, the reserves and the cheerleaders of Clongowes Wood College arrives. Well, I don't know whether the boys getting off the Blackrock bus can hear the early shouts in the stand, but they arrive following in one of the proudest traditions of Leinster schools rugby. 60 times Blackrock College have won the cup, going back to 1887, which was the first year of the competition. And the last time they beat their opponents today was in 1990. It also was the last time Blackrock, believe it or not, were in a final. Anxious time for the mentors, Jim on the left and Vincent Costello on the right. Thomas Keating is the full-back. Tom Gilmore is on the right wing. The two centres are David Quinlan and Russell Rochford. The left wing is David Johnson. The halves, Emmett Farrell and Kieran Scally. The front row, Colin Lenihan, Peter Smith and Malcolm Cuff. The second row, Robert Casey and James Smith. The back row, Richard Woods, Leo Cullen and Barry Gibney, the captain. And the reserves, Stephen Tanner, Michael Price, Gavin Neary, Mark English, Greg Duffy, Mark Fearon, Sean Dunn, the Blackrock coach, also looking worried, because for each of these coaches they have to try and choose the right tactics for a day that really is going to favour one side very strongly in the first half and be very much against them in the second. Well, the Clongowes seats are kind of empty, and the Blackrock choir are rehearsing. Tracksuits on for Blackrock. And this is one of those days in Ireland where you get 4 seasons in the one day. What a way to have to warm up. This only an hour before kick-off. It's nearly time. The Rock subs are out, and so too are the Clongowes reserves. And here come Blackrock, led by their captain Barry Gibney, followed by their international hooker Peter Smith, then Michael Cuff. Number 10 is their international out half, Emmett Farrell, and they all arrive out, legs pumping, full of adrenaline, ready to go. Last man out, Tom Gilmore. So it will be Clongowes to kick off into the breeze, and a day which has seen snow, hailstones, gale force winds and sunshine starts in sunshine. A half an hour before this match was due to kick off, there was a snowstorm. Referee Murray White blows his whistle and Clongowes get us underway. Taken first touch by Barry Gibney, the Blackrock captain. Kieran Scally, straight back to Farrell. Difficult ball and well held indeed by Barry Dillon, very well held. Manages to get outside Tom Gilmore, but it looks as if Blackrock have turned it over. Murray White lets the advantage go to Blackrock. In burrows John Hogan, Scally to Farrell. Another real big ball. That's a difficult one because the fullback is out of position and Rock are onto it very quickly. Back goes Ward, and Ward in trouble on his own line. Great start for Blackrock. And that is a tremendous start by Rock, and 2 very clever kicks by Emmett Farrell. A super kick to start with, a great take by Dillon, the Clongowes fullback. But he was out of position, caught upfield when Emmett put the other big Gary Owen in, and that has led to this scrum, and we've just had a minute of play. Scally to put into the first scrum of the match. Blustery breeze, making everything difficult. Number 8 is Leo Cullen. Big tall fellow with a good semi-final. Scrappy possession and a very hectic start. Blackrock getting the penalty with Clongowes in an offside position, killing the heel, and Murray White gives the first penalty to Blackrock. He's going to have a chance now to put early points on the board for Blackrock. This is the correct side of the field for the left footer, Emmett Farrell, with the kick, and he's done very well. He's done superbly well, but the ball was just hooked too much by the blustering. Now here's David Quinlan, 17 years of age. He got a conversion and 2 penalties in the semi-final. And Blackrock have a kicker from each side of the field, which is a very useful thing to have. Quinlan is the right-footed kicker, and Emmett Farrell the left-footed kicker. David Quinlan then. This is going to happen, I'm afraid, all afternoon. Each of the kickers is going to need a holder. And it's Kieran Scally. Scally has done very well to make that big jump from juniors straight onto the senior team the next year. He was captain of the JCT last year. David Quinlan with his penalty attempt straight in front of the posts. And it's there. First points on the board to Blackrock after 13 minutes. Clongowes is Joe McVeigh. Farrell, 2 to his left. The little chip through for the winger, David Johnson. And it's into touch. It's as good as a good one, really. A yard out from the Clongowes line. And you can see the corner flag over there. You'd have to say it was hardly upright. So Rock, once again, very much in control here. Number 7 at the back is their captain, Barry Gibney. Clongowes are cutting the line. Nobody's exactly sure how many are in the line at the moment. Now it looks as if it's going to be a full line. Russell Woods now, number 6 at the back. In front of him, James Smith. Rock have, and they're up to the line. Scally, Farrell. Farrell inside to Quinlan. Quinlan's up to the line. Is he over? The referee decides he can't see. The whole of Rock go up. They thought the referee was going to give the try, but both arms went up instead of one, and he's going to give the 5-metre scrum. Well, that was a tremendous burst. Once Farrell gave the ball to Quinlan, the big centre put his head down, tested the tackle, and charged for the line. The pile of bodies went with him, and the referee decided he couldn't see. So it's a 5-metre scrum to Blackrock. Clongowes really hard pressed in this first half. Scally puts in. Cullen, Scally. Scally himself, he's in. He has to be. It's a try to Scally. Super move. It's such a hard move to stop, and it's such a wonderful move to see. Kieran Scally scores his first try of this final. What a memorable moment for this 16-year-old. A super try, and it's such a classic move. Out it comes from number 8, Leo Cullen. Scally takes the man with him, and with men outside him, he chose to go himself, and in he goes for the first try of the match. And Scally puts Rock further ahead. They now lead by 8 points to 0 with the conversion to come. It's going to be a tricky kick. It looks good though, but it's gone face to the posts, and the breeze took it away to the right. So he tries to get the gain line and just about makes it, but Blackrock have reorganised. Clongowes still have. Up they go, Rory Hussey being knocked back, and Farrell has turned it over. And it comes out to Barry Gibney. And Gibney has Quinlan with him. And he throws it outside to David Johnson. And Johnson is heading for the line, and Johnson is held up just short. Well, after that great drive upfield by Clongowes, it's devastating to see them being forced back to their own line again, but what a superb piece of counter-attacking by Blackrock. Whistle ready. And once again the ball blocked, and once again it goes to Farrell. Farrell throws one to Quinlan, and Quinlan does the clever thing. That's a very clever move indeed. Chase to the line, and it certainly was anybody's ball. Well, well. That was so close to being a try for Blackrock. The speed of that man is something else. And Tom Gilmore is being spoken to by the referee, and I'm not quite sure what for, but the referee obviously perhaps saw some obstruction, or saw him perhaps just doing something he shouldn't. And so it's a penalty to Clongowes. First half. Blackrock 8-0 up. A try by Kieran Scally and a penalty by David Quinlan. Two-man line once again as McVeigh throws. And it's a good take by Robert Casey. He didn't have to do much except wait for the ball to come to him as Clongowes overran it. Farrell once again looking for the clever bounce, and that one is going to really bounce well for him. That's a superb kick. That's an absolutely superb kick, judging the breeze to perfection. And with almost a minute of injury time gone, and we had a couple of stoppages. Blackrock once again down very close to Clongowes' line. McVeigh throwing. Anybody's ball. Difficult this for Clongowes, but they have. Purcell himself. And there is half-time, and Blackrock lead at the break by 8 points to 0 with a try by Scally and a penalty from Quinlan. Well, as they say, there's everything to play for. Blackrock, with all the tradition, having won this wonderful cup 60 times, and Clongowes have only won it 4 times. Murray White blows his whistle, and Emmett Farrell gets us underway. We'll see now if Clongowes can do anything about this strong breeze. And there's the first indication of what I think Thomas Keating can expect, but he caught it well. And back we go, and straight into touch. Cross towards the docks, and the church, and the Greyhound track. You can see this breeze, strong gale blowing the snow down. And a half an hour before kick-off, we had another shower like this, and now here it is again. Well, it really is a most unpleasant day, and most unfortunate weather too, for these boys who really deserve better than this. It's their biggest day of the year, and still they'll play on. Well, indeed, we could do with the floodlights on here at Lansdowne Road, as David Quinlan kicks up, and it's anybody's at this stage, as the hailstones come into our commentary position, and Blackrock have to face this biting wind and this storm in the second half. Jack Purcell into the scrum, and that's straight in. The snow, the hailstones. You can see for yourself the impact they're having on the pitch as Jack Purcell puts in. Simon Burke waits. Tracy, knocked over by Richard Woods. And Clongowes doing their best to try and get second phase here, and Rock doing their absolute best to hold them up. Purcell. There's O'Neill in the centre. Billy Tracy picking up. Lovely little break. Now Tracy gives it outside to Flanagan. Flanagan well stopped by Keating. Now the rest of the Rock pack join in and stop it in his line. Scally, Smith, quick heel. Cullen has, Gibney protects, Gibney helps, so too does Casey, and Smith, and Woods. The whole pack there. Scally wants it, it's there for him. Farrell. And this is Quinlan once again. Clongowes had sealed that one off. Scrum to Blackrock. Scally to put in. Cullen, Scally. He's got Gilmore outside him. They're almost up to the Clongowes line. And Clongowes are penalised for a high tackle. David Quinlan then. This is the first penalty kick there's been in this half throughout the whole match. Quinlan with the chance to put Rock further ahead, but he's wasted valuable time. It was a hopeful kick, And now Clongowes have to try and get going again. Well taken, Thomas Keaton. 5 minutes left. Picked up by Sheehy. Rock desperately defending, and Leo Cullen was standing in the way, killing the heel. And Scally puts in. Be happy to keep the ball there between Cullen's feet for the rest of the time that has to be played. And Cullen once again picks it up. He's been a very solid number 8. Scally can take it now back to Farrell, and Farrell pushes it out of play. And there it is, it's over. Blackrock go up. They have beaten Clongowes again and win this cup for the 61st time. It's the 6th time they have beaten Clongowes in the final. And Clongowes once again come to Lansdowne Road in the final of the Schools Cup and once again go away without a win. Their 3rd final in a row, and they have never beaten Blackrock. So it's Blackrock's day, full of running, full of optimism, full of good football in the first half, when conditions really weren't in favour of either side. They've done superbly to win this cup for the 61st
represent the cup and medal to Blackrock. Tom Gilmore, David Quinlan, Russell Rochford, David Johnson, Emmett Farrell, Kieran Scally, Colin Lenihan, Peter Smith, Malcolm Cuff, Robert Casey, James Smith, Richard Woods, Leo Cullen, Stephen Tanner, Michael Price, Gavin Neary, Mark English, Greg Duffy, Mark Fearon, Keith Murphy, and the captain, Barry Gibney.
Thanks a minute,
Well, lads, firstly I'd like to say how delighted I am on behalf of my college and my team to receive the cup for the 61st time and bring it Blackrock. Last but not least, I'd like to thank the support, which was brilliant today, lads. Thank you.